Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Danielle. Happy New Year. So it's a brand new year and a new opportunity to make some changes and do some things differently. So of course this is a meal planning video, but I wanted to approach it a little bit differently this time. It is going to be a typical meal planning video in that we will be going through the fridge to see what's in there and figuring out what meals we can make based on the foods that are already there. It's going to be atypical in that I was trying to think of a way to save some extra money and to have less food waste. And what I came up with was that I could try, for this week at least, to maybe go shopping 2 or 3 times as opposed to 1 time, to go in there and try to plan meals based on what I have in the fridge and use all those foods up first before I actually go to the grocery store, and then to only shop for a couple days of groceries at a time. And that way I'm planning out each meal meticulously. I don't end up not wanting the foods that I plan to eat because I'm only planning for a couple days, and I don't end up wasting so much food. So let's go ahead and go and look in the refrigerator, see what's in there, and figure out what we can make without going shopping. And then in a couple days we'll actually do our first grocery haul and see how that goes. So let's go in. All right, so we're in the fridge, and on this top shelf it's mostly just condiments. There's a tiny bit of that chicken breast left from the chicken Caesar wraps from last week. Also, the sour cream and the salsa is still here. I never ended up making the Southwest wraps, and this is most likely not good anymore, so I should probably go ahead and toss that. But I believe the sour cream still is good, so I'll keep that. The rest is just condiments, pepperoncinis, jalapenos, some cream cheese back there, just a bunch of different condiments, some maple syrup. And then on this next shelf, I have the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. My plan for these, as you guys know from last week, was to saute them and to just eat them with teriyaki sauce, rice, and broccoli. And I can still do that. I still have all those ingredients for that. We have bananas on this shelf. We have bananas on that shelf. So a ton of bananas. We have butter. We have Parmesan cheese. And then we have some frosting back here. On this shelf, we have some romaine lettuce, which is still good. I'm going to use this. I have 1 zucchini. I have a little bit of the broccoli left from last week. And then in this drawer, there are a couple hot dogs left, as well as some ham and some different cheeses. So I have the same chicken breast from last week is still here, because if you remember, I bought more chicken breast on top of that, and I cooked the entire 3-pound bag of chicken breast that I bought. We have those chicken nuggets from last week. We just opened it like yesterday, so a little more than half of the bag left, or probably about 3/4 of the bag is left. This is an option for King, these veggie burgers. And then we have some shrimp left, probably about a pound. Got a couple pieces of salmon left in this bag. 3 pieces are left. I have some riced cauliflower, really good dinner option, and more of these peppers and onions. And then I also have some broccoli, 2 bags of broccoli, 1 bag of spinach. And honestly, everything else that's in this drawer probably needs to be tossed. And the very last thing I have is this Texas toast. As far as the pantry goes, I completely forgot to take these to my mom's house for Christmas breakfast. So the kids did not get Christmas pancakes, but it's all good. So they can still have these one day this week for a breakfast option. We have some corn. We have some kidney beans. We have some chickpeas. There's some green beans. Somebody probably gave these to me because I don't typically buy canned vegetables. Just as a general rule, I prefer frozen veggies to canned veggies, so you don't really see me buying those too often, with the exception of corn. We have some Great Northern beans, some more corn, some tomato sauce, and this is cereal, more chickpeas, and some oats, some diced tomatoes. These are the ones that I was intending to use with the Southwest wraps, and then these are from a few weeks ago. So plenty of tomato products in here. I have a ton of different kinds of pasta up here. So got some rotini, and we have some elbow macaroni. Have some shells back there, some ditalini right here, some angel hair right there. Tons of pasta, also some macaroni and cheese. I have rice right here. I have some bread, some honey wheat bread, and also some hamburger buns. And then I have a bunch of condiments. So some olive oil, mustard, teriyaki sauce, barbecue sauce, pancake syrup, ketchup, cocktail sauce, balsamic vinegar, all the things, some nutritional yeast. And then I use this buffet cabinet kind of like a secondary pantry. So there's also food in here. There's sugar, flour, more cooking oil. There's some cookies, some stuffing mix, some cheddar bay biscuit mix. There are granola bars in here. There's crackers. I have some cashews. There's some brown rice. Some cornbread mix. I have some extra cereals back here. Some extra ranch dressing. And this is actually something that's quite interesting. This is a vegan chicken product. So I actually bought 2 of these, and they come in this little pack, and all you do is add water and oil, and you can make like, it looks like pulled chicken, but you can also turn it into like meatballs and chicken patties and things like that. So here's another option for a vegetarian dinner, but one that's more like on the meaty side. And I also have some of their bacon seasoning. So now I kind of feel like I need to show you guys some of the breakfast stuff that's in here. So there's plenty of eggs. There's probably about 2 dozen eggs in here. And breakfast sandwiches are always a good option for us. Smoothies are another thing that we like to drink or have for like a breakfast item. And like I said, we have bananas. And then in here we also have some fruit. So I still have that mix from Walmart, the one with the pineapple, strawberry, peaches, and mango. And there's still a lot of that. And then there's also some frozen strawberries in here, as well as, I believe, some frozen blueberries. Yep, there are the blueberries. And I spy some frozen green beans in there as well. They don't belong in there, which is why I didn't look in there initially for any veggies, just because usually there's only fruit in this drawer. And then back there is just some frozen bananas. So this adds to the veggie pile. Some other breakfast items that we have in addition to all those boxes of cereal are some cream of wheat. So we have that. And then we also have some grits right here, as well as the oats you guys saw, and this 10 grain cereal, which is kind of like oatmeal, but it has just more grains in it besides just oats. So it has whole grain wheat, rye, triticale, I don't know how you pronounce that, triticale, oat bran, oats, corn, barley, soybeans, brown rice, millet, and flax seeds. So this is even more hearty than regular oatmeal. You'll get more vitamins out of this. It's more nutrient dense. So this is another option, but you treat it the same way as you do oatmeal. And then I missed out on these to show you guys. This is a lunch option or a dinner option. Some tuna. And I'm fully aware that this might not work for everybody, because maybe you don't have transportation to get back and forth to the store several times a week, or maybe you don't have the time to go to the store, you know, as many times as I'm proposing in this video. But this is really just a test for me to see if I can actually save money and spend less on groceries and produce less food waste within my family. So if it's not for you, it's not for you, but it's really just experimental for me to see how it works for me. And then maybe you can learn something or adopt a few of the strategies that I'm using in this video, as opposed to taking it on completely as your own routine. So as you guys just saw, there's really a lot of food in here already. So I really don't need to be doing a huge grocery haul every week. And all I'm doing is just adding to that kind of like reserve of groceries that aren't being used. So it doesn't make sense to continue to spend money on groceries when we have all this food in here that's not being eaten. So I really want to make a focus of trying to figure out how I can repurpose those foods and turn them into delicious meals. And for me, that's a process that usually almost always starts on Pinterest. I always go to Pinterest and I'll just type in an ingredient. So if I have chickpeas, I'll type in chickpea recipes and see what I can find. There were some other beans in there, like kidney beans and Great Northern beans, that can be used in a recipe. There's the chicken breast, there's the pasta. There's a lot of food in there. So I'm going to try my best not to go to the grocery store today or tomorrow, and I'm going to try to make all of our meals using only those ingredients. And rather than just giving you guys dinner recipes, how about we do breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next couple days and include it all? And let me know what you guys think about this as a new form or new style of making the video, just because you saw a lot of things, a lot of food that's in there. But if I only show you dinner, then you'll miss out on the ways that I'm using a lot of those other ingredients. So what I'm doing now is writing down some of the items that are in there for breakfast. So I wrote cream of wheat, eggs, oatmeal, and grits. And those are just 4 of the things that we could potentially have for breakfast over the next couple days. I don't typically plan out breakfast just because I let them kind of decide what they want to eat. And usually it's some form of cereal. So it's usually oatmeal, cream of wheat, or like cold cereal. And then there's also the ham in there. There was the chicken nuggets. So plenty of options for lunch. And then as far as dinner, there's chicken in there, there's pasta in there, there's the breads, there's a lot of frozen vegetables. There's a couple fresh vegetables. So we have a lot to work with here. Honestly, I feel like I can make more than 2 days worth of meals out of what we have. So stay tuned for the actual meals, which will be in the next video, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.